Yo, good morning, everyone. Welcome back. My name is Viper. Unfortunately, we are 5-1. We lost that slip yesterday. We did have one guy that failed to hit, but if you flexed it, you should be in the green. We did have one DMP which gets voided, but everything else on the money. I told you guys yesterday, Stan was gonna have another monster game, and he pulled through. I'll be dropping some more free picks for you guys for tonight. I have, I believe, it's a 9-game late, but we'll get into it. But before we do that, if you haven't so already, if you live on any of the green highlighted states here, Chalkboard, if you sign up with our code Viper, you will receive $20 for free. No deposit required. That's free money. Don't miss out. And we'll recap the slip from yesterday. So Riley Adams was the DMP. So that got voted out. Henry Davis was the one that unfortunately did not strike out once. I believe he had 4 at-bats. Were all ground outs or pop-ups. Ivan Herrera ended up striking out in the 7th. I believe that in the 7th. And then Giancarlo Stanton hit that freaking bomb. So we went for 2. If you flexed in the green, if you didn't, we took that L, but it's all right. We'll get back to it. All right. So if you guys are ready, we'll get right into it. Starting with Cody Clemens for over 0.5 strikeouts. Cody Clemens has, as you guys can see here, in his last 10, he struck out 100% of the time. In his last 20, 65%, those games that he didn't play. Head-to-head, he's 50%, 2-2. And in the season, he's 68%. I think he continues that tonight, especially since he already played Athletics yesterday and the day before. Struck out once. So that's our first pick for tonight. Moving on, it's going to be Ryan Mountcastle for over 0.5 strikeouts. You can see here, last 5 he struck out at least once, so he's hitting that for 100% clip. Had 2 yesterday. Had 2 on the 19th. And he's 90% on his last 10 games, 85% on his last 20. Head-to-head, he's 83. He's consistently striking out. Against Houston, he's averaging a 4.3 plate appearance, which gives him plenty of opportunity to strike out. Ryan has exceeded 0.5 strikeouts in 10 of his last straight games at home. So I think he continues that. This is good value. I like this pick. I'm going to go with Ryan Mountcastle for over 0.5 strikeouts. All right, guys, moving on. Kobe Mayo for over 0.5 strikeouts. This one's a little bit different. I want to be a little bit more aggressive on this one. So here I have it for 0.5 strikeouts. As you guys can see, in his last 5, he struck out multiple times. Twice on the 15th, twice on the 16th, on the 19th, 3 times. His last 10, he's hit this for 90% clip. And his last 20 for 70%. Head-to-head, he struck out twice on the 15th against Houston, twice against Houston again the next day, and then once. You can be a little aggressive and go over 1.5. Just due to his history, but 0.5 is not bad. Personally, for me, I'm going to be a little aggressive. I don't suggest you guys do this, but I'm going to put him over 1.5 strikeouts. And you guys can see Kobe Mayo has exceeded 0.5 strikeouts in his last 9 straight games, averaging a 4.1 plate appearance. So, like I said, plenty of plate appearances to strike out, and I think he continues that streak tonight. Hopefully he gets that 1.5, but you guys should get him for 0.5. And you guys can see here, PrizePicks has him at minus 137. DraftKings a little bit higher at 220. It's good value. Before I continue, guys, please like and subscribe. And if you haven't done so already, if you sign up with BETR using our code, you deposit and you play $10, you get $30 you get $30 instantly. That is free money, guys. Don't miss out. Who's going to give you $30 for free? Nobody. And for today only, if you sign up with our code, you will get a free pick, Jackson Dart, or over 0.5 passing yards. That is crazy. That's literally a free pick. All he has to do is pass it 1 yard, 5 yards, it doesn't matter, and you're going to hit this. All right, guys, and for my bonus pick, it's going to be Freddie Freeman. Freddie Freeman has struggled a little. Yesterday, he only had 1 hit, but we're going to have him for 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs. I think this was an off game, and coming off a loss, I'm sure he's heated, so he's ready to get back into it. But we're going to have him for 1.5 hits. Normally, you'd have him in his outlines, I believe, is 3.5, over 3.5. But I like him at 1.5. And you guys can see here, PrizePick has him at -137, DraftKings at -360, Flip -405, Underdog -442, Sleeper -476. This is good, guys. This is my last pick for tonight. So Freddie Freeman has failed to exceed 3.5 hits, runs, and RBIs in his last 12 of his 15 games, averaging 2.2 hits, runs, and RBIs. So 1.5 is free money. That is it for today, guys. Again, please like and subscribe. It gives me exposure. Our last video was our first video. We're still building that confidence. So that's all I got for you guys. Let's cash.